Hello, welcome to the start of another weekly vlog. Yes, I am kicking this vlog off on Tuesday. I know I normally kick off the weekly vlogs on Saturdays. I just haven't been in a vloggy mood the past couple of days. Like that's the reason. I don't have a good reason. It wasn't because I didn't do anything. I actually did a lot of things on Saturday and Sunday. It was pretty productive. I posted a picture of my weekend layout on Instagram and like I did almost everything. There were a couple things that didn't get done on Saturday and Sunday, but for the most part, I was productive. I had a good weekend and I just didn't, I don't know. I didn't feel like picking up the camera. I didn't think about picking up the camera. I think part of it, I don't know. I could just be making this up, but I think I feel like I'm doing this more because it's all the same. I'm really not vlogging more than I was before all of this happened. But I was vlogging more outside of my house because I actually went outside of my house, right? Like I was vlogging more life things, or it felt like life things, than I am now. And so it feels like I'm picking up the camera more often because I think I'm just picking it up more often at home since that's the only place that I'm at. So I don't really know if that's it, but like I didn't feel like vlogging the past couple days. But I feel like I needed to hop on and document the fact that I did my hair and makeup today. I mean, it's the end of the day, so it's probably not looking all that fabulous, but I had a big work presentation today. It was a video call. Normally my office, by the way, is not doing video calls. It's not like I'm just not doing my hair and makeup for them. Like we just actually don't do video calls. It's just not something that New York Life does. I don't know why that is. Like I don't know if just because our company culture has always just been in person because we all work in New York City. So like why would we need to have video calls? So we just don't do them now that we're at home. I don't know. We have the capability, like the logins and things that we could do them with each other if we wanted to, but we don't, except for this meeting that I had today because it was with the field and I was giving a presentation on new product ideas to the field to get their feedback. It's something I've been working on. It's basically like the majority of my job is working on this and then putting it into this presentation. I've been working on this particular presentation for quite some time, and so it just felt really good to get that out today, and I got a lot of great feedback and it went really well. And of course, once everybody's face was there, my face was like this big and I was like, oh, I got really ready for my face to be this big. I guess if they turned it on presenter mode, then when I was actually talking, my face probably got a little bit bigger, but regardless, I needed to like get ready today to feel in a place to give that presentation. And then I also took advantage of getting ready today to film a front-facing video. So I filmed my goals video that will already be up. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, I do a monthly video where I talk all about my goals and how last month went and how this month is looking and what I have set for the new month. So that video will have already gone up. I'm actually editing that right now. I'm about to go take a break and cook dinner. That's why I thought I would say hi first before I moved into the kitchen and put my hair up. Really, that's the process that we're in right now. Like I finished work, I poured a glass of wine, I started editing this video, and I thought I was gonna finish it tonight, truthfully, but I ended up working a little bit later because the meeting ended at like 4:45 and I just needed time to like decompress and then catch up on some emails. And then I talked to a friend for a little bit on the phone. So instead of editing for like 2 hours tonight, I really only edited for 1. So I didn't finish the video, but that's okay because during lunch tomorrow, I'm supposed to be editing the weekly vlog. And this is all the footage so far of the weekly vlog. So that's not gonna take me my whole lunch hour. And then I can finish editing the goals video. But then I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a break and go cook dinner. And I was like, I'm gonna put my hair up to cook dinner because it's hot and I just want it on my face. And I was like, I'm gonna vlog before I do that so they can see my hair looking not like it has in the past. I went back and rewatched last week's vlog. I was looking rough on that Saturday when I cleaned the apartment. Anyways, that was a lot of rambling. Just checking in to say hi. If you ordered your new Erin Condren yesterday, I mean, by the time this vlog goes up, it will have been a week ago, but if you were an EC Insider, you could order yesterday. If you're not, you'll get to order tomorrow. So if you did order a new Erin Condren, let me know down in the comments what it is that you ordered. I asked it yesterday in an Instagram question box, and I read every single response because it is so fun to see what everybody picked. And I don't know, it was just really cool. So let me know down in the comments what you ordered on launch day. All right, in today's episode of Cooking with Laken, just kidding, but I did talk about HelloFresh in my favorites video last quarter, and somebody commented and asked if I could talk more about how I expand the HelloFresh meals to go for more servings. And I don't see myself doing a full video on that topic, but I will continue to include them in the weekly vlogs if that is something that y'all are interested in seeing. So let me know about that. I especially try to remember to include them when they're going to be something that I haven't done before. If it's just like adding more broccoli as a side, Like, it's not all that exciting. I mean, I could show you that if you really want to see it, but I've been trying to remember to share them when it's something I haven't shared before. So today it's going to be tacos. So when they do taco meals, I used to avoid them because it was too hard to kind of split down the middle, right? If you're going to cut this in half, it's like a half of a taco. So what I started doing instead was buying something to make the filling more filling. In this case, it's mushrooms. So this is what it comes with, the bag, which has all the ingredients, and then the meat is always separate. So here's the chicken. And so I buy the mushrooms, and then when I'm making all the other vegetables that go in the taco, I'm just gonna add mushrooms to it. I did that for a taco dish last week and it worked out great. So then the insides make 4 tacos per serving instead of just 3. So now I have 8 total. And so I do 4 servings of 2 instead of 2 servings of 3. Does that make sense? So I also have to buy extra tortillas in order to do that. Night, we'll each get the HelloFresh tortillas, which are usually way less healthy tortillas. It's usually a white flour tortilla. And then for our leftover lunch, we'll get 1 HelloFresh tortilla and 1 of like the tortillas that I buy from the store. So I buy mushrooms to make the tacos bigger, and I buy extra tortillas. And then what I try to do, because the tortillas usually come with more than 2 tortillas in it, obviously, which is all I need to expand it, is I will try to do 2 taco dishes back to back. So last week I picked out a taco dish, and so we had the tortillas then, and then this week we have a taco dish, so I'll use the tortillas then, and then we'll use the extra tortillas likely for some breakfast tacos, because we're from Texas. Hello, happy Thursday. Cheers. I am using my wedding planning cup. This is the one that Nina and Baljeet got me after we got engaged, because we are gonna order the save the dates tonight. It was an April goal, and I kept putting it off and I kept putting it off because, let me tell you, trying to get everybody's address and get everybody's name in the system and what's your boyfriend's name, and blah, oh my gosh, it is a lot of work. But it is almost done. We have like 1 or 2 addresses left. Sam is waiting to hear back from those people. He's on a call now, you can probably hear him. But if he has not gotten the text back from those people when he gets off this call, I'm gonna have him call them. Like, we're so close. So that'll be really great if I can click order on those tonight. Still figuring out when we're gonna send them, but at least ordering them will make me feel really good. So that is why I poured wine already in my cup. And then I also just have a couple other things to share. So we got an email today at work saying basically nothing. It was pretty vague, but it was like, you know, we're thinking about our back to work program, which, I mean, we live in New York City, and it's honestly not about like being in the office that I'm nervous about. It's getting to work. Like, I don't want to get on the subway anytime soon. But regardless, the email said like, we're still looking into it and we're still analyzing, but that no location will be going back to work before June 1st, or going back to work in the office. We're all working from home, but nobody is going into the office before then. And we have locations in other parts of the country besides New York. I mean, we have sales offices all across the country. So like, if you've seen a New York Life office, it's likely a sales office. Our corporate offices, the majority of us are here in New York. And then the rest of the corporate offices, we have Tampa, pretty big operation down in Tampa. We have Austin, we have Kansas City, and we have somewhere in Ohio. I think it's in Cleveland. And so some of those locations might be going back starting in June. That was kind of the way I interpreted the email. I would be shocked if New York City goes back anytime soon, which means I need to order a new desk chair. You can't even see my desk chair, but I've had it since I moved to New York, so it's 7.5 years old. It is so flat. Like, it probably used to have a little bit of squish, but it does not have any squish anymore. So if you have any recommendations for a desk chair, I am in the market, because if I'm gonna be sitting on it for at least another month, if not another 2 months or longer, like, I need a better chair for my body's sake. The other thing I was going to tell you about, something kind of random, but like, I heard about it in a podcast, and then it kind of like proved itself out to me in real life, and I don't know, I just want to talk about it. And it's something you've probably heard talked about before, but it's this know, like, and trust factor. And then if you're going to buy from somebody, or you're going to sign up to work with somebody, you're going to be a part of their company or whatever, you need to know who they are and what they offer. You need to like them as a person, and then you have to trust them. And then you're going to invest in whatever it is that they're selling, whether it's goods or services. And I mean, we've been hearing that forever. Like, they've been talking about that for a long time. And then I heard it on a podcast earlier this week, and I was like, oh, they're still talking about that. But like, okay, that's a good way to think about it. The podcast was talking about when you're sharing on social media, on a business account, why it's okay to share personal things, because you want them to know, like, and trust you. Then the photographer that we booked for the wedding shared on her Instagram story a video clip. So I don't know if you've seen these videos where it's like this Adele song, and it's like a thing is singing the song and being Adele, and then like there's a crowd of something that responds back. Sam showed it to me weeks ago. It was gummy bears. Like, it was like a big gummy bear and then a bunch of little gummy bears. So my friend sent me a version of that either earlier that same day, this was yesterday that this happened, or the day before, but instead of gummy bears, it was a wine opener with like the Adele, and then a bunch of corks were all the audience. And it was hilarious. I mean, you're probably like, I don't get it. If you haven't seen it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You probably don't think it's as funny, but it's not the point of the story. The point of the story is then the photographer we booked shared it on her Instagram story, and I was like, that's why you do that. Like, we have already booked her, but if I hadn't, like, something like that would be like, oh, we are on the same page. And that's part of the reason we booked the person that we booked, because I just felt like we clicked. And yes, everything else worked, but there were other photographers that also had photos that we liked, fit in our budget, was available on our date. You know what I mean? Like, we talked to other photographers as well, but there was something about her that we just like, we're on the same page. She included at some point between like me reaching out and us talking to her, both like a Harry Potter reference and a Friends reference. And that's when I was like, we're meant to be. But then this wine one, I was like, God, I love her. She's great. And I can't wait to finally meet her in person. We're supposed to go down in August and do our engagement photos. And I don't know if that's still going to happen or not. Like, I have no idea, but I hope it does. I mean, it's being like, she could shoot us and it'd be safe. It's us getting down to Texas that, you know, who knows, in August. So anyways, those are the updates I have for you. This week has been all kinds of crazy. I hope that you still got something out of this weekly vlog. There's still tomorrow. I could drop some incredible knowledge or have something magical to share. Oh, there's one more thing that I want to show you. Well, I actually want to open it. I got a package the other day and I let it disinfectate. I don't know what word to use there. Because I knew I wasn't gonna mess with it right now. So I let it sit for a couple of days and I still wiped it down. But this package is marketing at its finest, because, so if you've been around, right, I talked about Legos like a month ago. I got a set for my birthday from my friends, and then I put it together and I talked about it. I've talked about it in text, on Instagram, in the vlog, and like out loud. So however the advertisement people found me, however they heard me talking about Legos, whether it was written or verbal, to be determined on that. But they somehow combined the fact that I was newly obsessed with Legos with the fact that I went to the University of Texas. So I got an advertisement for this. It's not actually Legos. It's this fake company, Foco. Foco is the name of the company. They sell a bunch of school related stuff. And then like this Brixels or whatever is the name of the actual toy. Like, it's not a Lego, but it's 2,500 pieces and it is the Texas football stadium. And I am so freaking pumped to start working on this. I'm not allowed to touch it until the save dates are ordered, but I can't freaking wait. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's so cute. They had a lot of stuff. They had a lot of different stadiums, by the way, not just college. They had professional football stadiums. I was tempted to also get the Cowboys one, but I was like just start with one football stadium. And the free shipping was like, it was more than the free shipping. So like if I decided to order the Cowboys one later, like it would also get free shipping. So there was no sense in ordering the Cowboys one now. So I didn't get it, but they had, again, they had professional football, college football, baseball. Most of the baseball stadiums were on there, and then a handful of soccer team stadiums. Of course, I wanted to get my dad his soccer team's stadium. My dad doesn't watch these vlogs. It's a great gift idea for the future, and I think my brother is going to get this someday too. So if you know my dad or my brother, don't tell them. But they're both Arsenal fans, and the Arsenal stadium, it was sold out. So, which is fine. Hopefully it'll be back in stock for Father's Day, because that's my current plan. But they had lots of things. If you're not a college football fan, but you're a something else sports fan and you're looking for something, I will link it below. Go see if they have what you want and get to building, because that's how I'm gonna entertain myself. Also, I'll just go ahead and show you this. I've been saving this to share on Instagram, but I don't know why I can't just go ahead and share it on the blog. And then when you see it on Instagram, you'd be like, oh, we already talked about that. So I decided to create a bag of play. A bag of fun things that I want to do just when I want to have fun. So I have my diamond painting stuff. My actual painting is somewhere else. And then I have coloring books and both colored pencils, and I'm pretty sure I also have crayons in here. And then I also have some other Legos that I got. It came free with my friend's one that my friend sent. It's a Easter set. And then I also have my calligraphy pen that Sam got me for my birthday. And then I'm gonna add my new Legos to this. So this is just my little bag of play. And when I need to just like act like a kid and relax. Like there's Legos, there's coloring stuff, there's my like diamond jewel thing, and just, again, just for fun. And I've been leaving it next to the coffee table. There's a puzzle here too. I mean, I don't necessarily love it here. Like, do I wish it had its own spot? But I like having it out as something that I do regularly. And what I plan to share when I finally talk about it on Instagram is Judy Holler, who I've talked about a bunch recently because I've been reading her book. She talked on her Instagram about just spending an hour to play every day and do something that is not technology, that is not work, that is just for fun and for play and helpful if it's something creative. So that's my little pile of play that now has a new Lego set. So that is my update. Happy Friday. No, I did not order the save the dates last night, but I just finished them this morning. We were waiting for that one last address from one of Sam's friends, and he heard back from her today. So we got the address in, uploaded, and clicked order. I ordered 12 extras that don't have addresses on them. They do them in chunks of 10, and we were at an 8, and so 2 didn't feel like enough, and 22 felt like too many, so I did 12. I can really only see us needing them in case of like we made a typo. Like I don't see us changing our guest list, like adding people to it. But if there was a typo on one, we might handwrite it. And then I just wanted extras for keepsakes and pictures and stuff. So I hope that 12 is enough. Maybe we can always order more. Like it's not like we can't order more. They're just more expensive than when you get them in a larger quantity. I just ordered them through Zola, which is where we're doing our wedding website through. So that was kind of, I just kept it all consistent. So I'm excited about those. And today is officially 1 year from when we're getting married. So it's kind of cool that I clicked order on those today. I'm excited to see them. We went very simple, like postcard style. I'm just it's not something I feel the need to spend a lot of money on. I think that's one of the things I've learned a lot through wedding planning is everybody has their things. Like they have industry averages, but like everybody just has their things that they're gonna go above average, and then everybody has their things that they don't really care about and they're gonna go below average. And I feel like I've mentioned this a few places, but like, so for us, the below average stuff is like the paper stuff, which I know seems crazy because I love me some paper products, but I just don't feel the need to spend a lot of money on those. The flowers, we are not about real flowers. I'm gonna have bouquets and that's it. Every other decor thing is going to be non-floral. I'm not gonna do a bunch of fake flowers, but I'm the only real flowers are gonna be the bouquets for me and the bridesmaids. I don't even think I'm gonna do boutonnieres. I like the idea of them, especially giving them to other special people like grandparents and whatnot, but I hate the way they look in pictures. I think they just look cluttered, so I don't think I'm doing boutonnieres. And I just think, again, flowers are not important to us to pay for. Things that were important to us from like we're gonna splurge on this was the head count. Like we didn't want to cut people, so we're gonna cut in other places like paper products, like the other per person cost, in order to have the head count that we want to have and not cut anybody from the list. I mean, we obviously had to make cuts, so we couldn't invite everybody in our lives, but we still have a pretty big head count and we have really big families, and it was just important to us. So those are some of our things. The dress also wasn't super important to me. I did end up picking the most expensive one. Not that I tried on that day, but like of my favorites that day, if you watched that vlog where I talked about my wedding dress shopping, but it was still way less expensive than like the average wedding dress. So I feel really good about that. So yeah, that's the progress on the wedding stuff, and I'm excited to kind of celebrate tonight. I got something special to cook for our negative 1 year anniversary. But now I gotta get back to work. I did go ahead and put on my workout clothes because in case you didn't notice or I didn't mention it, I haven't worked out again all week this week either. But I am getting back on the workout wagon today, not because I'm going for a perfect May, because I'm not gonna do that again, because as soon as I lost it in April, I just like lost all momentum, and that's not good either. So I'm not going for a perfect May on my Apple Watch. I just want to get back into a workout groove, and I'm doing that by actually starting over the workout programs. So I mentioned this in the vlog that I think that was last week that I fell off, that I was like, well, now I'm a week behind, and I had it in the mentality that I was doing 8-week programs for April and May. So now I'm gonna do 8-week programs for May and June. I mean, there is still some possibility that we get back to the actual gym in June, but like there's also a possibility that we don't. The New York reopening plan is very vague, but it mentions that they're gonna open stuff up in phases, and it's gonna be like in a ranking of essential to non-essential, or like obviously essential stuff is still open. So of the stuff that's closed, they're gonna go from like the next the most essential to the least essential, and I just have a feeling that gyms are going to be on the more least essential end of that range. And so I don't know, I'm going to go with the mindset that I am still going to be working on at home in June as well. So I'm going to restart both programs. So the running one, Couch to 5K, is actually technically a 9-week program, which I didn't realize at first. I don't know why. So I'm going to do that one this week, and I'm going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which I don't normally want to do the same thing 3 days in a row, but I'm going to do that Friday, Saturday, Sunday to get me back into it. And then on Monday, I'm gonna restart the weightlifting one from week 1 and go for 8 weeks, and then Couch 5K will technically be week 2, but it's an 8-week program from that point on. So that's my plan, getting back into it. So I went ahead and put on my workout clothes so that as soon as I'm done with work this afternoon, I have no excuse but to go for a run. I was gonna go this morning, but it was still raining, so that just became not an option. So I'm gonna go after work and then finish editing this vlog and then celebrate our negative 1-year anniversary. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this weekly vlog. That's my new lunchtime thing. I would have also edited a little bit during lunch today too if I didn't have to finish the save the dates, but I did. But I'm really glad that that's done, and I'm gonna color it in on my April Power sheets, even though I technically did it May 1st. All right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me this week. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks so much for watching. Happy planning. Yeah. Can you turn it down a smidge, please? The name is blanking me. We've been there, and I can't think of the name. Like on the reg. I hate that phrase.